The next style I'd like to talk about is a bossa nova. In Latin fields, there's this thing called the clave, which is the key to the music. It literally means key. And that's what all the music is based off of. It's this clave. It's a certain feel that's an underlying current within the music. It's like with Western pop stuff, it's the backbeat. You know, that's kind of that key that really keeps things going, or in the rock field. With the Latin, there's the rumbo clave and the sun clave. They're just two different patterns. Right now, we're just going to do the sun clave, and it's a 2-bar phrase. There's a 3-2 or a 2-3. You can switch them back and forth, which means there's just 3 hits in one bar and 2 in the next, or you can switch them. With this one, we're going to do a 3-2, and the clave pattern that is throughout the Latin tune. I'm going to play it for you with the rim click, and I'll play with the bass drum on the quarter notes so you can see how it relates to it, and it's a 2-bar phrase. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to count 1 bar in with the kick drum, and then I'll play the clave with the rim click for 2 bars. Okay? Here it goes. That was your 2-bar phrase. So without the kick drum, it sounds like this. Now, since that is the key to Latin music, everything revolves around that. The rhythm guitar, the vocal line, everything. It doesn't have to be literally that, you know, because it can feel very stale, but they embellish it, they develop it, but that's the main groove behind it. So with the bossa nova, I'll be playing that with the rim click, the clave feel, and just a samba bass drum pattern. So I'm going to play just the beat for you so you can kind of get a feel for the beat. It goes like this. Now, when I like to play the bossa nova, I like to ad-lib it a little bit and kind of put little embellishments. Usually I'll take the last clave note and play it at an 8th note later, just to kind of give it a little pickup, a little push. Helps with the forward movement of the music. So I'll do something like this. So you kind of getting the feel how the clave works. It's kind of like that old Bo Diddley feel. Don't, don't. You kind of get more of the groove of how that works. Now, with the fills, they will be based off that clave feel as well. So you want to be able to start seeing how the clave relates to the fill. So when I start playing the pattern, just try to tap on your leg, you know, and then keep that going through the fill, and then that way you can see how it relates to everything, you know, the fill, the beat, everything. So the first fill, I'm going to keep the samba pattern going. It's a 2-bar phrase. And there's a flam between the first tom and the snare, all 8th notes. First tom, flam again between the first tom snare, first tom, flam again. And what I like to do with that is just leave the left hand going on the 8th note, because it plays all the 8th notes up to beat 4. I'll play just that first part for you here. Just the hands, no feet. It goes like this. So you can hear the clave right there. So it's like this. And then in the latter bar, I just go down the toms 8th notes. First tom twice, second tom twice, floor tom twice. So I'll play you just the fill. So you can hear in the second part, I didn't hit the clave specifically, but you know, the first part alludes to it, so it's not like you have to play it every time it comes around, but your stuff, whatever you play, beats, fills, has to be respectful to it. It's just, remember the example I gave you of a fill that doesn't fit? Well, this needs to fit this clave feel, whether you're doing the son or the rumba. So now I'm going to play that with a beat. And now with the music. On this next bossa nova fill, it's just a one-bar phrase. And what I do is I like to lead with the left hand because it's going between the first tom and second tom. So leading would be just ridiculous with the right hand. So it goes first tom, second tom, first tom, floor tom, and then 3 snares. So I'll play just the hands for you, like this. Now I'll play it with a beat. So you noticed when I played the beat, I played the 2-bar phrase, and then I went back and played the 3 part of the clave, and then finished the second part with the fill, because it's just a 1-bar phrase. So now I'll play it with some music. On this next bossa nova fill, my hands are just playing straight 8s, leading with the right up on the first tom with a double stroke, and then an accent down on the snare on beat 3. So it's just alternating back and forth. And when it gets on the second bar, when I hit that accent on the snare, it goes snare first tom, second tom, all straight 8s. And the last one would be a quarter. So it goes like this. You want to keep in mind with the double stroke, when you hit your initial stroke, you got to watch that it's not too loud, therefore making the second stroke quieter. If you want a loud first stroke, you'll have to pull on the fingers to help facilitate the volume of the second stroke. So it would go like this with the fingers. I'll over exaggerate it. I'll let the stick come right back so you can see how I need to pull on the second stroke. So now with a beat. And now with the music. Now I want you to keep in mind that these are examples. If I'm playing with the Latin band and I'm playing some bossa novas, I'm not going to do a fill, every 2 bars. It's just going to choke the music and they won't have enough tension to actually release at the appropriate time with the fill. So just keep that in mind. These are examples. You can just, when you're playing to the play-alongs, you want to get used to doing fills. You don't have to wait till the end of every phrase, but you can start doing fills after every couple of bars. You can get used to it. What I used to do a long time ago is I'd buy actually those dance mixes, Latin dance mixes, and I'd put the CD on and I would just actually solo to it. Just kind of getting that feel going and just trying to play the accents that are in the music and stuff. So what you could do with this as well is just put the tune on and just kind of play some stuff on the snare to the tune. You kind of get more into the groove of the feel and the emotion, the whole dynamics and the accents of the song. It'll help you develop your fills a bit more. In this next bossa nova fill, I'm just going to play it for you, and I want you to be able to see where the clave falls. Here we go. So that's pretty straight ahead. You can hear where the flams hit the whole clave. Dun, 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 dun. And I'm just going down the toms, first tom, second tom, and then there's that quarter note on the kick drum, flam on the bass drum, and then just the 2 flams on the snare while they've still got the samba pattern going. And now with the music. In this next bossa nova fill, it's just a 1-bar phrase. It starts obviously on the 2nd bar. It's doing 16ths, and I like to start this one with the left hand because it goes to the 1st tom, snare, 2nd tom, and then the flam on the floor tom. So you got ba-da-dum, da-dum, ba. So if I try to lead that with the right, it's going to get in some weird crossing, not going to be as musical. So I'll play just the hands for you. It sounds like this. Now, I'll play it with a beat. And now with some music.